If you're easily offended because one of your faves made this list, take a deep breath. This is a roast, not a TED Talk. Ready? Let's dive in. Number 1. Family by Choice. Let's kick things off with Family by Choice, a remake of the beloved Chinese drama Go Ahead. You'd think a heartwarming found family narrative would be a surefire hit. Nope. This was less found family and more lost potential. Why fans hated it? Comparisons killed it. Fans of Go Ahead couldn't stop comparing the two, and this one came out looking like a dollar store knockoff. Many Reddit discussions reflected this, with users feeling let down by the rushed pacing and less emotionally impactful performances. Jaewon's arc, her character, was about as exciting as watching paint dry. Growth? Who's she? Fans criticized Jaewon's character for being too one-dimensional and not developing in a meaningful way. Rushed storytelling. Childhood? Skipped. Adulthood? Dragged. Emotional impact? Missing. The pacing was a significant issue, with many pointing out that important backstory elements were skimmed over. Cliché overload. Every found family trope ever, but without any new spins. It felt predictable, which left fans frustrated, especially those who had high hopes based on the original. Expectation hangover. The hype for this remake set expectations sky high, and the show didn't even bring a ladder. As some fans pointed out in Reddit threads, it failed to live up to the original's heart and depth. Why fans loved it? The premise. A story about unrelated individuals becoming a family? Yes, we love to cry over fake sibling relationships. Despite the flaws, some fans enjoyed the central concept of a makeshift family overcoming hardships. Nostalgia. The childhood flashbacks hit all the emotional notes, when they weren't rushed, that is. The moments where the characters' bond was explored more deeply seemed to resonate with viewers. Aesthetic vibes. The cinematography was so pretty, it made even the tears sparkle. Reddit users frequently mentioned the show's aesthetic, which made up for some of its narrative shortcomings. Moments of warmth. When the drama remembered it was supposed to make us care, it kind of succeeded. Some of the emotional moments were poignant, even though they were few and far between. Korean flavor. The cultural adaptation added some unique touches that first-time viewers appreciated, even though it didn't quite capture the essence of the original. If Family by Choice is your idea of a masterpiece, let me guess, you also think reheating leftovers counts as cooking. Number 2. Gangnam B-Side. Next, we have Gangnam B-Side. Billed as a gritty crime thriller, it had a promising start, and then it all went downhill like a soap opera slipping on a banana peel. Why fans hated it? Messy storylines. Too many subplots competing for attention, not enough resolution. Reddit discussions were flooded with complaints about the confusing narrative that left too many loose ends. Unnecessary characters. Random new faces showed up, adding nothing but confusion. Reddit users expressed frustration with the introduction of characters that didn't contribute to the main plot. Too dark, no fun. The show's relentless dark tone and lack of any real light moments became a major turnoff for many viewers. Wasted potential. So much, so little payoff. Fans were disappointed by the underwhelming execution of an otherwise intriguing premise. Why fans loved it? Intriguing dynamic. The detective-prosecutor-criminal trio dynamic had potential for brilliance. At first, many Redditors were drawn to the complex relationship between the main characters, seeing a lot of room for great tension. Dark, moody aesthetic. This show had grit all over it, literally, in the graffiti-laden alleys. The visuals were well received, with many fans commenting on the atmospheric setting. Moral ambiguity. Fans enjoyed the morally gray characters when they weren't too busy being confused by the plot. The tension between the characters, especially in the earlier episodes, was a high point. Strong early episodes. The first few episodes gave people hope. The early part of the show had viewers invested, but the subsequent downfall left many bitter. Great casting. The actors brought their A-game, even when the writing was lacking. The cast's performance was one area that was universally praised, even by disappointed viewers. If Gangnam B-Side is your favorite, congratulations, you're the type who enjoys puzzles where the pieces are missing. Number 3. When the phone rings. Then there's When the Phone Rings. Romantic thriller? Sure. Realistic human behavior? Absolutely not. Why fans hated it? Unrealistic twists. Half the plot twists made sense only if you left logic at the door. Redditors were vocal about how the drama threw logic out the window in favor of contrived and unnecessary plot twists. Toxic relationship. The central romance was more red flags than actual love. The romance was criticized for being unhealthy and the characters were hard to root for. Character disconnect. People couldn't root for characters who acted like extras in their own drama. Most of the characters were shallow and lacked depth, making it hard to connect with them. Melodrama overload. It tried to be thrilling, but ended up just exhausting. Viewers on Reddit complained about the melodrama, which detracted from the suspense. Forced emotional beats. The drama tried so hard to make you cry, it forgot to make you care. Fans expressed frustration with how emotional moments felt artificial rather than earned. Why fans loved it. Bold concept. A love story wrapped in mystery and danger was a unique combo. Some viewers appreciated the premise, even though it didn't fully deliver. Suspenseful cliffhangers. At least it knew how to keep you clicking. Next episode. The drama's pacing kept viewers on the edge of their seats, despite its flaws. Good performances. The cast delivered solid acting, even if the script didn't. Several Reddit discussions praised the cast's dedication to their roles. High stakes. Life and death situations added intensity to the romance. Some fans enjoyed the heightened sense of danger, even if the relationship dynamics were off. Visual appeal. The production quality was sleek and stylish. Fans commented on how visually striking the series was, especially considering its narrative shortcomings. When the phone rings, I have questions. Specifically, do you also enjoy plotlines where aliens steal cows for no reason? Number 4. Mr. Plankton. Oh, Mr. Plankton. You were bittersweet, but really, you were just bitter. Why fans hated it. Tired tropes. Predictable plot points made it hard to care. Viewers noted the lack of originality in the narrative, which felt stale. Repetitive scenes. It lingered too long on moments that didn't matter. Reddit users pointed out that some episodes dragged on, repeating themes without advancing the story. Tonally confused. Drama? Comedy? Even the show didn't seem sure. The show's inability to pick a tone left many viewers disoriented. Weak secondary characters. They existed, but barely. Many Reddit users expressed disappointment in the lack of development for the supporting characters. Dragged pacing. It stretched 10 episodes worth of material to 16. The pacing was an issue, and many fans felt the show overstayed its welcome. Why fans loved it. Funny moments. When it was funny, it was genuinely entertaining. Some fans enjoyed the comedic moments, which stood out as highlights amid the mediocrity. Relatable premise. Second chances and awkward reunions hit home for some. Viewers who enjoyed these themes appreciated the concept, even if the execution faltered. Decent chemistry. The leads had some sparks, even if the writing was in water. Some Reddit threads noted the chemistry between the leads as one of the show's redeeming qualities. Aesthetic shots. If nothing else, it looked good. Fans praised the visual elements, which added some appeal to the otherwise average drama. Catchy OST. The soundtrack was a rare highlight. Reddit users appreciated the music, which added to the emotional moments. If Mr. Plankton is your comfort drama, I bet you also enjoy watching paint dry. Number 5. Love Your Enemy. Finally, we arrive at Love Your Enemy, a show about childhood rivals who grew up to become even more childish. Why fans hated it. Immature leads. Watching characters act like bratty teenagers got old fast. Reddit discussions heavily criticized the childish behavior of the main characters, which detracted from the maturity expected in the romance. Overcomplicated flashbacks. Flashbacks within flashbacks? Why? Viewers were frustrated with the confusing narrative structure, which made the backstory hard to follow. Cliché overload. Nothing new here, just recycled drama. Fans called out the lack of originality in the storyline, which felt formulaic. Loose ends. Too many unresolved plot points left fans frustrated. Redditors expressed dissatisfaction with the lack of closure, particularly with secondary characters. Disappointing payoff. The ending felt unearned. Many viewers felt like the resolution didn't justify the emotional investment, leaving them disappointed. Why fans loved it. Spicy chemistry. The lead's tension was undeniably entertaining. Many fans enjoyed the chemistry between the two leads, even though the relationship wasn't particularly healthy. Juicy drama. Messy love triangles? Yes, please. The drama's chaotic love dynamics were a guilty pleasure for some viewers. Flashbacks done right. At least some of the backstory was compelling. Redditors appreciated the flashbacks when they were executed clearly, offering insight into the character's history. Gorgeous aesthetic. The visuals were on point. As with many other dramas on this list, the production quality was praised for its beauty. Raw emotion. At times, it hit hard. Despite its flaws, the drama did succeed in generating moments of genuine emotion that resonated with some fans. If you stan love your enemy, congrats, you've clearly mastered tolerating mediocrity. But let's be honest, you're probably still clutching your family by choice drama, whispering, they just don't get it, it's all in good fun. If you want to keep the chaos going, drop your salty comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to Miss K Insider and share with someone who needs to hear this. See you next time.